Welcome guys back to your channel, it's Maverick here with another episode of Yuukoku no Moriarty. So, in the last episode we were introduced to two new characters, right? Moran, who is apparently a colonel, I believe, who is a sharpshooter as well, very good with his rifle, with his weapons, and then of course we got Fred, who seems to be a master of disguise. Now, I don't think this episode is going to have any relevance to the last one, however, at the very least with these two new characters, we can probably infer that the crimes that the Moriartys are going to be pulling off are going to get grander and grander in scale, right? So, well, I guess we should just get into it and see what exactly they're going to pull off this time. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And somebody did mention to me last episode that apparently Holmes is about to make his appearance. I certainly hope so, because I do feel like we need to have some more, should I call it main antagonist action? Would Holmes be the antagonist in this scenario? I guess he would be, right? Or maybe not, because clearly we have another case of, oh, what's this? Who let the dogs out? Okay. So what? So is this a noble who kills for fun? Thrill of the hunt and all that. Is that it? Well. Right. Fred and Moran. Nice, we get dun 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 dun. I do quite like the opening, though. Alright, alright. Come on, come on. Let's get into it. Ooh, Act 1. So this is going to be a multi-episode arc, I see. What? I mean, the liner wouldn't really make money that way, dude. Is this supposed to be a parody of the Titanic? So again, is this a parody of the Titanic or something like that? And hey. Now that's Fred, right? Okay. So are they literally going to kill all of the... Fear and greed. Well. So I guess, yeah, plunging the city into chaos? Something like that? Well, let's just see, right? How grand of a scale are we talking about? Mm-hmm. That lord, right? Count, eh? I don't really think this is realistic though. They would have used a completely different entryway. They wouldn't be using the same walkway. So just to Amsterdam. Alright. A quick hop and a jump. Wait, from London to Amsterdam? That's like in a day, isn't it? See, I don't think that's... How are you sure she's a commoner? Like, what if she was instead the daughter of a Marcus instead, right? Continue to annoy the count as much as possible. So basically make him snap and then do something? See, this is what I've been saying in back in the first episode. The nobility obviously know the other nobility. They have to. It's, you know, it's what they do. It's like, it's definitely a show you will enjoy. Well, perhaps not enjoy, but at least be entertaining, I guess. Hmm. A consultant. Professor. Oh, wait! Is this Holmes? Mathematician. A professor. Yeah, it's Holmes! Aw, oh, damn. Finally! Oh, is this the golden ratio? Well, that would mean he was observing him all the time. All this time. Yeah, the golden ratio. Oh, come on. Not mathematicians would look at golden ratios. Architects like that as well, and even lay people like me. They're starting already. Slight touch of chemical dependency. But you still haven't said what he's supposed to be doing. Alright, what news did you get? His cottage burnt down. Ooh. So yeah, he made a sport of hunting people. But what's he supposed to do here, though? Like, even if you do push him to the edge of... He's seriously going to start his hunt here? Wow. Really? And he's going to hunt this one? But this guy's also expecting... Nothing. Yeah. Yep. Seriously, out of all the things you choose to do, well, obviously this Count isn't very smart, is he? So how is this going to cause... How is this going to cause an uproar, though? So some noble just went berserk and killed someone. And then? Like, obviously they're going to expose this, right? But how are they going to make a big incident out of this? I don't get it. This lord is seriously. Okay, and he's going to take his side for now, right? He's gonna be like, oh, we're just having a little bit of entertainment, huh? Well, damn it, just as things are about to get interesting. Well, see you guys after this. The nobles in this story are dumb as hell, aren't they? Like, what was that guy thinking, killing somebody right in his room, when literally there's so many people around him in their own rooms as well, right? Like, he really did not think this one through, but I guess the anime isn't exactly trying to portray them to be intelligent creatures, are they? They're supposed to be corrupt, they're supposed to be dumb and abusive, and so on and so forth. So fine, we'll let it roll with that. Now, Moriarty showing onto the scene, or specifically William showing onto the scene, obviously I don't think he's going to actually call him out immediately. No, there's basically two ways that he could do this, right? Obviously making a scene right then and there is not going to help him in any way. I mean, sure, he's a noble that got caught killing someone, whoop-de-doo, so what, right? Obviously there is a bigger plan around this. Now, what exactly it is, I don't quite know. Like, how exactly are they going to utilize this asset, this lore that they now have grabbed, and turned it into something that is, to quote their words, throw the city of London into chaos, right? I can't really think of anything that would cause that much of an uproar, but obviously they're going to utilize him. Now, whether that is through blackmail, they could literally just directly blackmail him right then and there, but personally, I feel that perhaps the more the more smooth, the more, how should I say, the more entertaining option here, the smoother option here, would actually be, pretend to be an accomplice to them, accomplice. So sort of like, being on his side, right? Taking on the role of, yeah, what you're doing, totally fine, dude. I'm nobility as well. I totally get it. These commoners deserve to die, right? Take on this same sort of, this same sort of position as the Lord, and then utilize it to really gain his trust, and then to make him do some other stuff that will explode later on down the line into something much bigger, right? So fake that you're on the same side as him, and then encourage him to do some things that are even more egregious and is going to cause bigger consequences later on. So what that is, well, we'll see in the next episode. But more importantly, though, Sherlock Holmes is now finally on the scene. I have been waiting for this because I've been waiting for him and Moriarty to butt heads, and we can finally start the back and forth between them, the battle of intelligence, battle of wits, and brain power, and we already get a glimpse of that here, right? So, you know, I feel like this is really Sherlock Holmes' personality as well. They got it, you know, basically being like, this is so simple, a simple matter of observation. You know, that kind of pompous, kind of arrogant tone and whatnot. And then, of course, one of his most famous abilities, which is to observe someone and then try to infer what their occupation is or what they've been doing, and so on and so forth. Right now, the mathematician part, like, I gotta say, the instant I saw a spiral staircase there, I was like, all right, they're going to go with the golden ratio, and yep, they went with the golden ratio. It's such a cliche at this point, and honestly, if we're talking realistically, even if someone noticed that it was a golden ratio, that's not. That doesn't really mean anything. How can you infer that they are a mathematician? So this is something that Sherlock Holmes is really famous for, his use of inference rather than deduction, right? So deduction means that, you know, A will logically lead to B, and that is the one and only answer, etc., etc. Whereas in this part, we can say, you know, just this is the best guess, right? I think is the way to put it. So his best guess is, because this is someone who is observing, who took an interest in the golden ratio of a staircase, you know, we have various guesses here, right? He could be a mathematician, he could be an architect, he could be an artist, or maybe even some layperson who just has an interest in these kinds of things, right? But he chooses the highest probability one, and he used that as his guess. In this case, it did turn out to be correct, but hey, I know about the golden ratio, and I'm certainly not a mathematician, right? So it does have its it does have its faults as well. It does have its fallacies, but in this case, he was right. And then, of course, Moriarty has to strike back immediately, right? And again, touching on some of the things that Sherlock Holmes is famous for, such as playing the violin or smoking drugs, right? I think it's cocaine, right? I think is what he does, what Sherlock Holmes does, at least in the novels anyway. So I think that's something that, you know, sniffing the smell of that and making a guess based on that, yeah, that's legit. I'm not quite sure how Moriarty managed to guess that Holmes played the violin though, because I don't really see, I played the violin myself. I don't really see any way to observe someone and be like, yeah, this guy plays the violin. Maybe if you looked at their hands, there is some probability of knowing whether or not their hands are more, you know, are suitable to playing the violin or whatnot. But in that scene, Holmes's hands were you know, in his pockets and whatnot, so Moriarty couldn't have known, right? So I am interested to see. No, never mind. We're probably not going to go back to that. But in any case, it was their first clash, right? Showing each other their observation abilities, you know, their skills of inferring various different things based on limited information, right? Now, the only thing that I would say is, at the end, William said it's not going to be a big hindrance to our plans. Well, I think it might be. I mean, if this is actually working as, I'm not sure if they're going to make like a special sort of setting for this, but if it is based on just the original novels and whatnot, then Holmes should be working already as a private investigator, right? As a detective, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Anyways, that's probably it for this episode, and I can't wait to see Holmes and Moriarty butt heads some more, and also what exactly Moriarty's plan is in regards to throwing the city into chaos and whatnot. And, you know, I'd also like to see how far he is willing to go, right? I've already established, based on what he did in the past, especially towards the actual Moriarty family and whatnot, that this is definitely a guy who believes in necessary sacrifices, and he's willing to you know, even take the lives of some innocent people if it means that he can accomplish his final goal of equality in the end, right? So I do hope that this actually pops up a little bit later, and perhaps his plan regarding London involves this as well. But there we go. That's it for episode 6 of Yuukoku no Moriarty. Thank you guys, and well, let's look forward to the next episode. I want to see more Holmes. See you guys then. Bye bye.